Hello and welcome to AccentOnCars. My W211 E63 AMG is getting some love today, guys. The car is due for some maintenance, and not to say that I've been ignoring the car or something. It's just like time for maintenance. There are a few things that I'll be doing on the car today, and I wanted to give you an overview. So there's some maintenance items and there's some like issues that I'm having with the car, unfortunately. So the first thing that definitely needs attention are the tires. Finally, I'm getting rid of the Continental Pro Contact tires. They're worn out, and they're worn out irregularly. Kinda, I don't know if you can see from here, but the inner side over here has worn out more than the outside, like outer side. Some of it is because of the alignment. That's how it is, regardless of how much you align it by design. Like it has some camber, like from the factory. So yeah, the Conti Pro Contact are good tires. I really like them. I've had them on this car for like almost 3 years, and they do a great job. They're like all season, but they're just not good tires. They're proper tires for this car, because you know you need at least some like all season high performance or ultra performance if you are driving the car full year, like all year round, like I do. The Conti Pro are touring tires, and they're not even like speed rated according to this. But if you have like any like four-wheel drive car, or you're just looking for touring tires, I do recommend them. They're great on snow, on wet surfaces. In summer they're like awesome. I'm getting Michelin AS3 Pluses. That's a much better, much stronger tire for not stronger, that much, like it's gonna show much better performance on this car. And one thing you probably notice is that the rims are filthy. I'm sorry, like I know, like if you have picked up on it, it's just because finding the time has been a challenge, guys. Like between a full-time job, YouTube, and the family, a 1-year-old in the family, finding time is a challenge. I know, and the factory pads are so soft that I like them because they're easy on the rotors, but they cause a lot of dust. They cause so much dust that to keep them clean, one would have to like wash the rims every week, and that's like just unrealistic right now for me, time-wise. The car has developed some sort of a kind of like, not even a knock, but some sort of like noise over the bumps. It doesn't happen when I go like, let's say, fast enough and I like hit the potholes or like nothing, there's no noise. But when you go slowly over speed bumps, etc., you can hear some noise. And it could be ball joints, it could be control arm, I don't know. I bought the parts. I have actually ball joints and control arms in the trunk. Have my mechanic take a look. He's in New Hampshire. He's kind of like far away from me, where I am in Massachusetts. By the way, it's a beautiful, gloomy, rainy day over here in Massachusetts, guys. I wanted to kind of like measure 0 to 60 acceleration with the old tires and with the new tires to see how much of difference new tires make. But it's a rainy day. Maybe I'll test it just once, but I don't want to die. The side marks, those like orange lights, the side marks, they are a little, the bulbs have gone out. They worked intermittently. I think the water or moisture may have gone in, so I'm gonna replace those. And the biggest thing that we're gonna be fixing on the 63 today is, or not even fixing, maybe diagnosing, is a random misfire. I'm having this random misfire that's killing me. It's on cylinder number 2, and it's a minor misfire. It happens when the car is like warm. Let's say I drive for like 10 minutes, then I park the car, turn the car off, come back like 5 minutes, 2 minutes later, I turn it on. Occasionally, not always, it may throw a misfire and I don't get it. Then I turn the car off, turn it back on, and then it's gone. So at this point, I have a brand new gas filter, the brand new sender unit. I got it replaced by the dealer for free. If you have like W211, most of you can get the fuel tank replaced by the dealer for free. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna drop the link in the description. It's also gonna pop up in the top right corner on YouTube. I have brand new injectors. I also made a how-to guide for replacing injectors on W211 E63, or which applies to any M156 engine. I'm also gonna drop that link in the description. And I have a brand new spark plugs. What I also did is that I thought maybe I had a faulty coil or faulty injector, so I swapped them. I put the coil from cylinder 2 to cylinder 3 and injector from cylinder 2 on cylinder 1 to see if the misfire error followed. It didn't. It's still showing on that it's happening on cylinder 2, and that is really confusing. Someone on Facebook suggested that it could be a bad coil or injector connector. I don't know. I'll have my mechanic to test that. So yeah, so that's the maintenance we're doing today. New tires, check engine tested, side bulbs, suspension. So apparently this ball joint also needed to be replaced. He squeezed it like this, like from here and here, and we could see some play. So he squeezed the old one out and squeezed the new one in. You can see it looks nice and tall, and now we're gonna torque it down. Alright guys, so I am leaving the mechanic. So a lot of work has been done to the car today. As you saw, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that we got the new tires. I know I told earlier that I wanted to do like a 0 to 60 measurements, but it's really not the best day in terms of like weather for that. Tire wise, I'm all set and ready for the season. As you know, I'm driving this car for, I'm all year round basically. I only don't drive it when it actively snows. Over here in Massachusetts, they do a pretty great job in terms of cleaning up the roads. You can drive AMG all year round. The key is like not to drive it when it's actually like snowing a lot or there's a blizzard, because for that you may need a proper winter tires. We got the 3 ball joints installed. I really wanted to like maybe like do the ball joints myself so that I could make a how-to video showing you guys how to do it, but it was pretty easy. It was like a straightforward process, and there are videos online already, like AMG Meister have done a good video regarding the misfire issue, the main issue. My mechanic, based on the symptoms that I described, he really believes that it's a faulty lifter. Unfortunately, that's a bad news, because as you know, I've done the head bolt replacement, and back then I showed how I showed the condition of my lifters and the cam loops. There was practically no wear, so they were in great shape. But apparently they're leaking, and his theory is that whenever the cam lobe is pushing, let's say you shut the car off and the cam lobe ends up pushing on the lifters in cylinder 2, it squeezes them, right? Because it's pushing on them, and that causes them to leak down more than they should. Next time when I start up, it may cause some minor misfire until the pressure builds back up. So that's his theory, and if you disagree with his theory, if you think that's not the lifters, please let me know in the comments. I'm really looking for advice as to what could cause that random misfire. And again, the issue is that the misfire only happens after I drive the car a little bit, then turn it off, and then come back into the car, turn it on. After like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, it misfires. If I turn it off and then turn it back on, then the misfire goes away. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated on the misfire issue, and I'll see you in the future episodes. Bye now.